What's going on, ladies and gentlemen? It's Daniel, and welcome back to our video. Today, I'm doing race 6 for the 2025 United Rentals 300. Let's go ahead and just jump straight into it. This weekend, the NASCAR Xfinity Series kicks off their season at Daytona International Speedway, the 2.5-mile super speedway that caused a lot of carnage, a lot of controversy, and a lot of great racing, and sometimes some really exciting and great photo finishes as well. The last time we ran the opener at Daytona International Speedway, we saw Austin Hill, I believe, go 3 in a row and pick up another win at the opener at Daytona. He'll be looking to win another season opener at Daytona International Speedway, and the last driver who won at Daytona was Ryan Truex, who of course will drive the 24 car for Sam Hunt Racing this weekend. So now let's go ahead and jump into picks. But before we go ahead and jump into picks, let's take a look at the weather for this weekend. So the weather for this weekend is actually looking really promising. It's going to be 79 degrees at high with 66 degrees low with a 20% chance of rain with partly cloudy skies. It's going to be some really nice weather if you're headed out to Daytona International Speedway this weekend for the NASCAR Xfinity race. So now we're going ahead and jump into picks. For those who are new to the channel, here's how picks work. I do 2 suck picks, 2 drivers I expect to struggle throughout the weekend who will not have a good run this weekend. I have 2 underdog picks, 2 drivers who desperately need a good run who I think will have a really good run this weekend, or 2 drivers are really good at this type of track. And I'll do my winner's pick, the driver thinks going to win the race overall, and either drivers you watch out for. And for this weekend at Daytona, I got 5 drivers you watch out for along with the race winner. So now, we're going to go ahead and jump into picks. Who are my suck picks for the 2025 United Rentals 300? My first suck pick for this weekend at Daytona is a driver of the 41 car for the Haas factory team, Sam Mayer. Sam Mayer is joining a new team in 2025, and even though he's joining a new team, I think he's going to have the same old bad luck at Super Speedway. Sam Mayer has been very mediocre at Super Speedway tracks, and has had a lot of bad luck at these types of tracks as well. I think the cars are going to be fast. There's no question on that. But I think there's just going to be some inconsistency for the 41 team this weekend. I think it's going to be a tough pill, and it's going to be a tough road for them this weekend at Daytona International Speedway. I think Sam Mayer gets caught up in a wreck and gets caught up in an incident once again, like it's happened many, many times before when he's been behind the wheel at a super speedway. My second suck pick for this weekend at Daytona is a driver's 11 car for Kaulig Racing, Josh Williams. Josh Williams in 2024 had a horrendous season. I don't think, score more than 1 or 2 top 5s all year, and generally was off the pace compared to even his teammates in 2024. And Josh Williams' luck at super speedways has not been that good either. I think Josh is a talented driver, and Kaulig Racing is a good team to go with at super speedways, but I just don't trust Josh Williams going into this weekend where he's going to have the luck. So I think some bad luck is going to come his way, unfortunately, and I think it's going to be a little bit of a struggle for him this weekend at Daytona International Speedway with Kaulig Racing. And now we're going ahead and jump on the underdog picks for the United Rentals 300. Who are my underdog picks? My first underdog pick for this weekend at Daytona is a driver 27 car for Jordan Anderson Racing, Jeb Burton. Jeb Burton is one of the most underrated super speedway drivers in the NASCAR Xfinity Series field. He has 2 wins in the NASCAR Xfinity Series, both those coming at a super speedway at Talladega. I think Jeb Burton's actually going to have some really strong luck this weekend. I think with it being an odd year, generally he runs really good in the odd seasons. And I think that Jeb Burton is going to have a very solid weekend at Daytona. Plus, Jordan Anderson Racing has had some really good runs. Because, of course, last year they had 2 drivers finish in the top 5. I think Jeb Burton will have a pretty solid run this weekend at Daytona International Speedway. My second underdog pick for this weekend at Daytona is a driver of the 99 car for Viking Motorsports, Matt DiBenedetto. There's a lot of questions surrounding the scene going into 2025, but I think Matt DiBenedetto is going to surprise a lot of people this weekend. Matt DiBenedetto is one of the most underrated drivers on super speedways in the top 3 series. He won at Talladega a couple years ago in 2023, and I think that he'll have a really, or 22 I should say, and I think that Matty D will have overall a really strong season with the team, and I think he'll be definitely a contender for at least a top 5 or even a top 10, if of course he can survive the carnage and wrecks. But I think it will be a very solid and really strong run for Matt DiBenedetto this weekend at Daytona International Speedway with the Viking Motorsports team. And now we're going ahead and jump on to the winner's pick for the United Rentals 300. Who is my winner's pick? The driver who I'm picking to win this weekend at Daytona International Speedway is currently the king of super speedways in the NASCAR Xfinity Series. And like I mentioned, I think he's one of the last 3 season openers in a row for the Xfinity Series. I'm picking the driver of the 21 car For Richard Childress Racing, Austin Hill to go 4 in a row and pick up another win at Daytona. Like I said, Austin Hill has been extremely dominant at super speedways over the course of the last couple of years. The RCR cars have generally been really good historically at these types of tracks. It doesn't matter. I think Austin Hill will be up front. I think he's going to have some decent competition. There's no question on that. But at the end of the day, because of how good Austin Hill has been at super speedways, I think he will take the 21 team once again for the 4th year in a row to victory lane in the season opener at Daytona International Speedway. Plus, he's got the sponsorship for the race as well. And now we're going ahead and jump on the drivers you need to watch out for this weekend at Daytona. Who should you have your eyes out on? The first driver to watch out for this weekend at Daytona is a driver of the 2 car for Richard Childress Racing, Jesse Love. Jesse Love had the fastest car in the opener at Daytona last year, but unfortunately got caught up in the incidents and wrecks, and I think still had a solid day, all things considered. I think Jesse Love is going to be a factor. The RCR cars we know are going to be super strong and really, really tough, and I think he's got a good chance and opportunity to win the opener this weekend. I expect to be a major factor and a serious contender to get it done, and I think it definitely will be up front for sure with the number 2 team this weekend at Daytona. The second driver to watch out for this weekend at Daytona is a driver's 7 car for Junior Motorsports, Justin Allgaier. Justin Allgaier in the last couple years has become a very solid super speedway racer. He won a Daytona in the summer race in 2023, and Justin Allgaier has been very, very strong at these types of tracks before. I think he'll have a really good opportunity to go to victory lane this weekend with Junior Motorsports. I think they're going to bring a really strong and solid car, and I think that Justin Allgaier definitely will be a factor to pick up the victory this weekend at Daytona International Speedway. The third driver to watch out for this weekend at Daytona is a driver of the 88 car for Junior Motorsports, Connor Zilisch. There's a lot of unknowns for Connor going this weekend because he hasn't ran a lot of super speedway races before. But Junior Motorsports has a really good super speedway program. And I think that Connor is going to have a really surprisingly great run this weekend like he's going to have the majority of this season. I think he will contend for a top 5, and I think there's a really great chance and a really strong opportunity that in his first ever start at Daytona that he could end up picking up the win. I think he will definitely be a factor for sure this weekend at Daytona International Speedway. The fourth driver to watch out for this weekend at Daytona is a driver 16 car for Kaulig Racing, Christian Eckes. Christian Eckes will be making his first ever NASCAR Xfinity Series start this weekend at Daytona, and I think he's got a good opportunity to win in his debut. The Kaulig Racing cars have been very, very strong at super speedway tracks like Daytona International Speedway in the past, and I think that Christian Eckes will definitely be a major factor and serious contender to go to victory lane. I think they're going to bring the speed, I think they're going to bring the pace, and I think especially if how fast the 16's been at these tracks, I think Christian Eckes will be a major factor to win at Daytona International Speedway this weekend. And a fifth and final driver that I think you should watch out for this weekend at Daytona is a driver of the 48 car for Big Machine Racing, Nick Sanchez. Nick Sanchez is coming in as one of the underdog picks, but I think he's actually a favorite to win this weekend. One, Big Machine Racing has been really, really good at super speedways with Parker Kligerman the last couple of years. But number 2, Nick Sanchez did win the season opening Truck Series race in 2024. So I think that Nick Sanchez will be a major factor, and I think he'll have a very solid chance and a really great opportunity to contend for the win in victory. I think Nick Sanchez will definitely be up front and have a chance to win at Daytona this weekend. So, those are my race picks for the 2025 United Rentals 300 at Daytona. Just a reminder, my suck picks are Sam Mayer, Josh Williams. My underdog picks are Jeff Burton, Matt DiBenedetto. My winner's pick is Austin Hill. And the ones to watch out for are Jesse Love, Justin Allgaier, Connor Zilisch, Christian Eckes, and Nick Sanchez. Those are my race picks. So, that is going to be it for the Race 6 video for the 2025 United Rentals 300 at Daytona International Speedway. I want to thank you guys for watching. Please subscribe to the channel, notifications on, so if I win a video, it does go live on my channel. Follow me on Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram, and support me on Patreon as well. Let's go some more of that, and comment your thoughts below on today's episode. Who's your picks to win the NASCAR Xfinity Series race at Daytona? Let me know them in the comments below. There shouldn't be any more videos dropping unless there's some major news that breaks. If there's not any major news that does break today, tomorrow we're going to have a bunch of NASCAR news to go over. There's been a lot of news that's broken over the course of the last couple days. We're going to have Daytona 500 race picks coming out most likely as well on Wednesday or Thursday. Paintsky video on Thursday. Reactions to Daytona 500 qualifying on Wednesday. And we got a lot of content dropping. We'll have content on people in the future like Hailie Deegan, Shane Van Gisbergen, Carl Edwards, Kurt Busch, Kyle Busch Jr. Motorsports, Chandler Swift, Eric Almirola, Chase Elliott, Kyle Larson, Kyle Busch, all that good stuff will be happening on the channel very, very soon as we get closer to the start of the year and the start of the NASCAR season. So anyways, like I said, I want to thank you guys for watching today's episode, and I'll see you guys next time for more great, awesome NASCAR content and other motorsports content on the channel like this. Take care, everybody.